The parikrama or Kora is the trek that circles Mount Kailash. The 53-kilometer circle takes 3 to 4 days, and it is said that a single lap erases the accumulated sins of a lifetime, while 108 Kora is a one-way ticket straight to Nirvana. We started our first day of the Kora, which is a 25-kilometer walk with yaks carrying our essentials. These unpredictable creatures are surprisingly sure-footed and are regarded by the Tibetans as valuable assets. Not surprisingly, they are called Nor, meaning wealth. They are regarded as children and are named individually. Our first day was earmarked with the sight of the south face of Mount Kailash and Nanda Devi. We passed the first prostration point, the Tarbok flag post, the auspicious archway, and the sky burial site. Luckily, Tara, our guide, warned us from touching the bichu plant, which we saw in abundance. When touched, it gives you an itchy sensation, surely not something you look forward to. By the time we reached camp, it was cold and windy. From our vantage point, we could see the north face of Mount Kailash really close. The next day, we set off for a 10-kilometer trek which would take us to Drolama La Pass. It was a steep ascent scaling 5,630 meters. On reaching the pass, we saw it was festooned with prayer flags and money was pasted by pilgrims on the rock with butter for luck. Drolama La is the closest one gets physically to Mount Kailash. We see the majestic Shiv-like mountain in awe. There is a story of Parvati bathing with Ganesh as her sentry. Shiva comes along and Ganesh, not recognizing him, stops him. Shiva slews him in his rage, but a tearful Parvati begs for Ganesh to be brought back to life. Shiva does so and crowns him with the head of the elephant. It is believed that this lake Gaurikund, or the lake of compassion, is the lake in which Parvati was bathing. The third and final day, stretching over 18 kilometers, was an exultant trek. All the more made so by a privileged glimpse of the Om on the mountain. Om is the earth, the heaven, and the space between them. We were further treated to a colorful display of wildflowers and little streams with water, and the unmistakable monolith-like stone cranes, which are stones piled one on top of the other as an offering to the gods. Soon after, we crossed the third and fourth prostration points and the Zutulpuk monastery, passing several mani stones or prayer tablets. We took one final glimpse of nature around us in all its glory and divinity, and the flags fluttering our prayers heavenwards. The trek back to Darchan, marking the end of the 3-day Kora and the 15th day of my Yatra, was very auspicious. Early next day, a priest performed a Havan, and soon after we were driven to Mansarovar, where we camped for the night. A lunar eclipse falling on the same day as Buddha Purnima made this a special day. At 9:30 p.m. after the eclipse, we immersed in the lake for Shuddhi. In the next 2 days, we traveled by the land cruiser and returned to Paya and back to Saga, crossing a big river on a boat. It was late by the time camp was put up, and the hot and steaming food prepared by the crew was warmly welcomed. On the 19th day, we drove to Zangmu, a border town of Tibet, via Nyalam. Here, the custom documents were cleared, and before long, we were at the Friendship Bridge bordering Nepal and Tibet. At the other side of the bridge, a set of cars were waiting to take us to Kathmandu. We waved goodbye to our crew and once again found ourselves at Pashupatinath temple to offer our gratitude. our lives having come full circle in many more ways than one.